best parts of hanging out with these guys, without the hangover.
It's 5:30 a.m. on a Monday morning. You don't want to be up. We don't want you to be up. Yet here we are, helping you face your morning, maybe your entire day, laboring away, a wage slave. Let's help make your day better. Why don't you go into the bathroom? Take a shit for an hour and a half. Giggle at this nonsense. You know what? You're worth it. Your boss doesn't like it? Send him my way. Old baby meat pie will fight him. He can't fire me. It's Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic.
If we end the show right there, I think that we've done our job.
I think so. I think we won.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Thank you. You know,
that was a bit of inspiration there that Larry decided to write down and read to the universe. Spectacular.
Yeah, I came up with that right when I was waiting for you to log in.
Certainly. Yeah, very good.
Ha ha. Ho. How you doing, pal?
Good. I'm going to let you handle the funny noises this week, then.
Yeah, I'm all about the funny noises this week. This week has sucked out loud. My birthday was Monday, and got some just type of crazy fucked up news all week long. Some crazy fucked up shit all week long. I've been looking forward to this every day. Your birthday's coming up in a couple days.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, being this age, not that bad. Not that bad.
I feel like it's going to be very similar to last week.
Yeah, there's no change.
No,
there's no
not.
difference. We're just the same old drunks we've always been. Just with, for me, more gray hair, and for you,
there's a couple in there.
Okay, all right, yeah.
There's a couple. Two, literally, maybe three.
Well, you know what?
I'm cultivating them. I'm considering naming them.
Yeah, well, when you can keep track of them, I got a whole litter. I got a whole litter of gray hair.
Well, I mean, like, I think I could do like Santa's reindeer, maybe the ghost from Pac-Man.
Pinky, Blinky, fuck you, and stick a finger in it.
I would say that you got two. You definitely nailed two.
It's fuck you and stick a finger in it, right?
That's right. And like in school, if you get 50% on a test,
you get to repeat the grade.
That's correct. Yeah, that's not enough.
I just wanted to learn it twice.
Yep. That's not enough knowledge.
Not enough knowledge. That should be the name of our fucking show.
Not enough knowledge. B+Effort Productions presents. Oh God, we phoned it in, but that seems like a lot of effort.
Can we send it by carrier pigeon?
I was gonna say, like, I want to learn it again. That's very similar to you in college. You went around the first time, you're like, who's gonna love this? Me in several years.
That's exactly right. You know who's gonna dig this? Larry, when he's 23 and has a kid.
Yeah. Well, education is wasted on the youth. I at least it was on me.
You could have finished that sentence. Education is wasted.
I actively try to learn things now, this podcast notwithstanding. But like when I was 18 to 21, like all I want to do is figure out the easiest way to get an A, pal. I don't actually give a fuck about any of this.
Well, I mean, come on. I think we've talked about it on this show that I finished a presentation with this presentation brought to you by Coors Light. Yes, Coors Light. It's the right beer now. So doing that voice, so we have a it's not college league, but it's like before minor league. It's like right between college
T-ball.
Age. It's T-ball. Yes. T-ball. No, it's like a minor league team, but it's right before the minor leagues. It's all like
college. Baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I forget to say that?
Yeah. If you said
I polished off a bottle of rum before I came downstairs to talk to you. Yeah. Well, I had time to kill and also brain cells and probably part of a liver. So it's called the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. Now we've had several permutations of this team, and somebody bought the team, and I love going to games. They are fun. I get into it. And right now, what I want more than anything is for me, my buddy Kyle is he's a radio personality and also a stand-up comic here in the area. But I want Kyle and I to be able to do the announcing one night for the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes.
Who do you have to bribe or threaten? Maybe
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there into the universe right now. Hopefully somebody will listen and be like, yes, let's get this fuckhead who can't not curse.
And I guess my follow-up question is does Kyle, and you're both going to be the color man, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. So, but does Kyle know that he's involved in this?
Not yet. No.
Very good. Yes. Okay. So first you need to get him on board with the whole thing.
Here's the thing. If I just went, hey, dude, we're going to go call a game for the Lucky Horseshoes, he'd be like, what? Because Kyle gets astronomically stoned most of the time. So it would have to be hey, do you want to do this? And let me remind you 45 times.
Excellent. So It's not so much convincing him to do it. It's forcing him to remember.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
I just have to send him a date and be like, hey, we're calling this game on August 19th. And he'd be like, cool. And then, 2 weeks later, we're like, hey, remember we're calling the game on August 19th? He'd be like, yeah, cool. And then it'd be like, hey, we got to be there at like 5:30 p.m. at the field to call this game. And he'd be like, what game?
Yeah, that's the kind of stoned, and I appreciate it because it's those are career guys. Those are the guys that go, oh God, I forgot to feed the dog last 3 days, and you're looking, you never went to the pound.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a dog, and I go, holy fuck, that's good luck. That is a happy accident. Then, so is he okay? Who? What are you talking about? They're all
they're all probably fine.
They're the same as they have been. They're half of them are on death row, depending on where you are in the country.
Then what have I been petting for the past week? That's
excellent question.
We don't know. We don't know where you got him, but his name is Earl, and he seems real happy.
And he grows in your refrigerator. So,
so anyway, how are you, pal? How's your day been?
My day today has been spectacular because it is my birthday weekend, and the only decent thing about the company I work for is unlimited paid time off as long as you don't abuse it too much. So I just took Friday off. I played hooky.
Love it.
I went to a little bar that's right on the water. It has no walls. It has two in the corner where the bathrooms are. The rest of it's just open air with just a roof over you for shade. And I had a cheeseburger that's about, they're a half pound. They're like an honest to Christ half pound. I had that. And some fried chicken livers because that was an option. And then a couple of beers. And then I walked to the goddamn beach, which took 3 minutes. And I sat there under an umbrella and I watched the water for about an hour. Then I came home.
Sounds perfect.
And I did it all by myself, which nobody should take offense, but someday you just need a day just where you don't have to do anything by committee.
Yeah.
Just fucking leave that.
Oh no, Nicole and I do that all the time. Like where it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go do this thing. Like now she gets more of an opportunity than I do because with me being on the road a lot of the time, she gets to be like, yeah, I'm staying home, and then she gets to just kind of do her own thing. Whereas me, there's times like my thing is, hey, I'm gonna go have a quiet beer alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my thing, and she gets it.
And her thing is learning how to save lives in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah, she graduated.
Mm-hmm.
She got the diploma. We came back home from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Not Fond du Lac, because when I went up because I did my show up there, and that was our little thing last week. We went up there for a few days. I was like, hey, I've got a show here. Let's just take a couple days, spin it up here, just the two of us, just hang out. And I went up to do my show. I was like, what's up, Fond du Lac? And they made a noise, and I'm pretty sure that I heard them getting pitchforks and lighting torches
in Wisconsin.
It is Fond du Lac, but God, what a fun town! Fond du Lac. If you listen, God damn.
As long as you say the name right.
As long as you say, because when I said Fond du Lac and they were like, "Meh," I was like, fucking shit, I'm from Illinois. I don't know shit.
If you mispronounce the name of the town, they all turn into some manner of goat and or like
Bovine.
just dying cow. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a cow that's dying of gout.
Also, near Fond du Lac is a distillery that I cannot remember the name of. I wish I had it down here with me because I'd like to shout them out because they were awesome. However, I was trying to talk booze with the distiller of this distillery, and two guys came up and we were doing our tasting, and they kind of wedged themselves in, and Nicole told me I couldn't say anything. But they they were like, well, we know your grandma and grandpa. We went to church. Well, we went to with your grandma still. I know your grandpa passed away a few years ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you fucking say that, you fucking old turds? But
let me remind you of all the people who you loved who are dead. Hey, you put on a little bit of weight. Didn't you used to not be bald? What else would you like to say to
yeah, well, how else would you like to hurt me today?
Didn't your dad used to hit you?
All of these things. Thanks for reminding me. Anyway, would you like some gin? But yeah, at Fond du Lac, great little town. We had a fucking ball. Also, if you're up in that area, Jesus Christ, go to Brick House in Fond du Lac and tell Kate, the bartender, that I said hi. Oh, that was perfect. Just a little burp and a little I said hi.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was fun for you.
It's all the things. And also where I did the show 18 Hands. 18 Hands was great. Yeah, you know what? Just keep calling it out. My grandpa's dead too.
No, I'm just watching you almost vomit.
No, that's not vomits. That's just...
Do you have the thing where your mouth is sweating? Like it's about to go?
Like almost constantly.
No, not like fish mouth, but you know that like pre-vomit where your body like lubes up your throat.
No, there's no pre-vomit. This is just me talking too much in the bubbles. But yeah, 18 Hands. And the head bartender there, Dallas, he is a rad dude. So we hung out at 18 Hands, had a great dinner at a place called Theo's 24. And goddamn, that was good. But yeah, thank you, Fond du Lac. Yeah, you picky bitches for not being good with the name, but I love you. And it was a great town. I was super sad to leave. But got to see the Drive By Truckers in concert on Sunday.
Not familiar.
You would like them. I know you're not big into country music, but they're not really country. They just sound country.
I'm fine with as long as it's not like that new country that's made by like just putting 7 words in a bowl, shaking it up, and grabbing 3.
No. So the Drive By Truckers are essentially leftist hillbillies.
Okay.
So they have songs about essentially telling the KKK to go fuck themselves.
That'll do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better than, just like the typical Budweiser in my grandpa's old pick 'em up truck.
Oh, fuck that shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The trailer caught fire.
And my girl's wearing chucks and cutoffs, and she's my baby girl, and she sits in the middle, and I drink Bud Light on a Friday night, and I shoot fireworks because America. Fuck you. Kiss my ass, you bedazzled jean wearing motherfuckers. God, I fucking want to fight every one of those bro country pricks. But yeah, Drive By Truckers, Patterson Hood, and Cooley, and everybody. Oh, God, it was such a good show.
I'm going to have a hell of a time keeping up with your emotions in the next 45 minutes.
Well, I probably should have talked to you about some stuff before we started recording, so we'll wait till after. I'll give you the quick old rundown. Hey, real quick shout out though to our listeners. Boy, I'm just talking. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Nobody fucking. Hey, you know what? Great. We had a lot of. You know what? I want to say thanks to all the listeners to our podcast, but nobody watches this shit.
No.
So I could sit here with my dick out, and YouTube doesn't even pay attention.
No. This is going to go up on YouTube next Wednesday. Nobody's going to watch it.
No one's going to watch it. Maybe Bradford will. Hey, thanks, Bradford. We love you. But to one of our loyal listeners and my very good buddy, Andrew Teedy. So to him for just being a good dude and a rad motherfucker and the right kind of veteran. We should probably end the show now.
Let's reel it in. What are we going to talk about today, Larry?
Oh, we got news updates, buddy.
Ooh, okay.
I found something early in the week, and then I found a few other things, and then things just kept popping up. And so that's the wrong button. Nope, we don't want that one. That's where I keep all my porn.
Why does this button just keep putting the letter P on the screen?
I've got a P and you don't.
Is it beneath the zero? Because we're on to something.
All right, Zig. Since we're headed to the topic, you know what though? Just before I forget, this seems like a great time to throw it to our sponsor.
Excellent.
Our sponsor, Preparation H. Preparation H, because we're old now.
I can't afford it. I just use Preparation I, which is just literally putting ice up your asshole.
I use Preparation Hot Poker.
Why do they call Preparation H? It's like you already have it. What are you preparing for?
You are prepared because I think back when they named it, dudes were less likely to want to put things on or near their butthole, so they had to prepare themselves. And for guys in our generation and younger, we're just like, I don't know, give it a shot. Let's see if we find the button.
Bite down on your wallet, H.
This is going to sting a little bit. H. Why is it H? Why?
There's some comic who does that, and I don't want to steal it. But it's
a
very
shit,
good point.
Is there?
Well, there's a guy who does a bit about it. I can't give him credit, but I will say it's not mine. But it's just somebody who goes, you ever think, whatever happened to the poor bastards who had the preparation A through I? Or A through G, rather. Duh.
We need to find that bit.
Yeah.
And credit this person. All right, but our sponsor today is shower seats. Yes, shower seats. Are your knees too achy and your back hurts because you've hit a certain age? Shower seats. Go ahead and put them in there so you can scrub your old balls.
You know, I still have my shower seat from my accident, and I use
it. Oh fuck, right? I didn't.
Yeah, it's a half shower chair, half commode. So it's like you can either put it in the shower or you can put it over the toilet, and it's like you can just plop it when your legs busted, and you go straight down into the toilet, right? When you can't bend all the way down. Well, it also comes with a
shirt on the outside of the toilet, and also the uranus.
It also comes with a bucket that you can attach to it if you can't actually put it over the toilet. But the bucket I never used for that. It's currently outside holding, that's what I soak my wood chips in before I put them in the smoker. But yeah, no, the commode is also still in one of my showers because, sometimes I just feel like sitting down in the fucking shower. Angela's like, can we get rid of it? I'm like, no, we can't.
That's the best read for shower seats I think anyone's ever done. Because sometimes I just want to sit down in the shower. Mm-hmm. Shower seats, not just for old people anymore, for moderately old people as well.
If you're getting there, or if you think you might not make it, shower seats.
Hey, by the way, I did discover in Fond du Lac that I can still lift a whiskey barrel without a problem. So,
hey, dust off the old TV, baby.
That's exactly it. We were dusted off the hits that night. Just at the end of the night when I was putting everything back and breaking down the equipment, I was just like, this whiskey barrel needs to move. Yep. Oh, look, I can still do it. Great.
Can you move that whiskey barrel, Smith? Well, I used to could. Let's see if I pop something.
That's kind of how it was. Mm-hmm. Anyway, well, who's our sponsor?
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Same one?
It's our buddies.
You mean spliffsociety.org?
Ah, fuck! I always forget. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
spliffsociety.org. Why don't we throw it to them real quick, and see if they have any new products that
We should see if they want to do one of their own spots that we can.
we should see. Yeah, you know what? We'll I'll get a hold of Bradford and see if he just wants to do a read that's real.
Or not, whatever you want to put up there.
Whatever you want, Bradford. You know what? We should just have Bradford come hang out with us. All right. So here's our sponsor.
Hey, Smith, let's talk about the Split Society, huh?
I've heard of them.
They offer unmatched quality with these 100% natural leaf spliffs.
What's that mean?
Well, they're hand-picked, they're hand-rolled, they're by professional artisans. All of their spliffs are toasted to provide.
What's an artisan?
It's like somebody who builds something, but they're very good at it, and they are on TikTok.
So there is the exact opposite of what we do with this podcast.
Yeah, it's like I'm an artist, but I make a little bit of money at it, and I'm also a hipster, and I need the validation.
Oh, so almost like what we do with this podcast.
Pretty close, yeah. Their splits are toasted to provide a harmonic balance. That is a bullshit word, by the way, and I love these guys. That's a very bullshit word. A low smoke, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've had a harmonic. I've had harmonic experiences. Mostly
when it comes to smoking something.
We should probably move on. I don't want to be implicated in a crime.
And relaxed flavor, so they won't interfere with the taste of your favorite herb. They're 100% organic, all-natural spliffs, and no filter, no glue, no wax, no chemicals. This is all true. And no, you know the word.
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm. The spliffs are velvet to the touch. From any orifice, they are. They burn slowly.
I've tried all of the orifices.
I really wish you would stop, because the pictures from the burning.
Yeah.
Why do you keep sending me the pictures?
Well, because I feel close to you, and I feel like this just draws us in and makes the podcast stronger.
Butthole to butthole.
Just smashing buttholes.
Well, which makes the next phrase, with an even smooth pull, even more reticent.
Which is so appreciated when you're going butthole to butthole.
They fit the bill. Best on the planet. So stop wasting your time and money.
I had an Uncle Bill.
You fit your Uncle Bill?
We should probably talk about spliffsociety.org, though.
Did you fit your Uncle Bill, or your Uncle Bill had to fit? Stop wasting your time and money spitting or splitting and licking those tire rolls ever again. Their spliffs allow for a clean and quick pack every time.
Just like
they're made to smoke.
Master.
I was about to make a joke, but now I'm just reminding myself of my old Scoutmaster. And I said,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Old Spice and cherry tobacco.
So pack it to share and enjoy.
And remember to use promo code Zig and Larry at checkout.
Did not go well.
That was perfect.
Really?
Yes.
No.
This is also part of the ad. And we're back.
Seamed.
It is seamed. We always say seamless. It is seamed. It's so seamed. I do my best, but at least I don't know. Last week's music, when I was putting it together, I was like, "Ooh, this seems fun." Then I listened to the episode again, and I was like, "This is bad." This is the worst music I put together. For shit. Woo, whoopsie doodles. Hey, last night, just fucking throwing it out there, got to open for old Kevin Farley again.
Nice.
What a good dude. Just a good, solid dude. Really enjoyed it. So there's a place out in Riverton called the Backroom Lounge. Tiny little venue, but the perfect venue to see. They do a lot of, like, the owner does a lot of alt country, kind of like drive-by truckers. He does a lot of alt country, real country music. Sometimes they'll have other types of music in there, but it's mostly like fuck the law. I'm running this moonshine straight up your mama's pussy type of music, you know.
So trying to think, gospel? Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
that is gospel. That's the kind of church I would go to.
I don't really have any references for that, whatever that kind of music would be.
Y'all open up the jacket notes to song number 5. This one is I'm running moonshine up Nancy Reagan's puss.
It's got the only electric banjo with a wah-wah pedal. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is not pleasant on the ears.
It is not pleasant on the ears, but it is great on the soul. Let's get it going.
And regrettably, the composer is a big fan of Rush, so this is an 18-minute tune.
This one is key of G.
Yeah.
Watch
me for the changes.
It gets real low and it's going to hit that G spot. So just get horny for the Lord, because here we go.
If you can't figure out the words, it's okay to just scream.
That's
scream along with us. Says me.
If you don't know the words, it's okay to just scream, and other things said by Catholic priests.
God damn it.
I know the Catholic priest thing was a little hack, but you know what? It seemed to be fitting in that context.
It's fine. I mean, the fruit's so low, I think it's touching your forehead. But outside of that,
anyway, no, I was going to make another
I was going to give you a layup.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Spliff Society, I'm wearing a Spliff Society T-shirt. All right, Zig, I'm going to give you a choice because there's a story that
I never did.
Let's. You
want a punch in the face or not?
You want a punch in the? Would you like a punch in the face or a punch in the gut? I would like to not be punched in North America. All right, so we've got 4 different stories today.
Okay.
I would like to tell you that there's only one of them that I actually read. The other ones I skimmed.
Okay.
And thought, yes, we can make fun of this.
Like a choose your own adventure. You flip to page 78, like shit, I died. I didn't make that choice.
I didn't. This was a thought experiment.
Nobody under 48 is gonna know what the fuck that meant.
And they should, because choose your own adventure was awesome. Hey, do you ever do thought experiments? Where you're like, hey, if I so you know how you make choices throughout your life. Do you ever sit and think, if I had made this choice instead, this is how my life would have gone?
I refuse. Every time I go down that rabbit hole, it's just like it's more money I have to pump into therapy. There's no point to that nonsense.
It's fun because Nicole and I do it all the time. Like we do that we're like, okay, if you at this age, when you had this choice between these things, what would you have? How do you think your life would have ended up? And we like to run those like multiverse type of thoughts.
I understand the idea. Yeah. But every time I play that game, it just ends up with and I'm on fire. 2 months later, I'm on fire.
Well, literally, so
far I'm nailing it. I haven't been on fire.
I have been on fire
all
multiple
the right
times.
decisions.
I've been on fire multiple times. I've made a lot of wrong decisions in my choose your own adventure. Yet I'm still here. And so that's why I always call bullshit on the choose your own adventure. We're like, you've caught fire, you're dead. And I'm like, no, I'm not, pal.
Not that much fire.
I just singed some arm hair, and that right hand's not going to work for a few days. But
you don't hear that often enough. I caught fire a little. What?
Yeah. Just like when Nicole says I'm not poisoning me, I was like, I've been poisoned before. She was like, what? Don't ask questions. The less you know, the better. So do you want to hear about, I'm going to give you a choice of 3. And then we're going to go down.
What happened to the 4th one? All of a sudden, I don't get my 4th.
The 4th one is, I'm saving it for last because it's my favorite. It's the one that I've actually looked at, like all the way.
Okay.
Do you want something about the inevitable computer death of man? Do you want to hear why our wives probably love us? Or would you like to hear about how awful the Republicans are?
I'm gonna have to go with computer death because.
Okay, let's start with computer death. And now I know I would like to apologize in advance. I know we don't normally get too political on this show.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. We do. And the Republican story. But let's start and say I ask because I'm going to do a little share screen, buddy. I'm going to do a little share screen, and we should be good here when I do this number and I hit that button. And oopsie doodle, people keep reporting that Replica's AI has come to fucking life.
Replica's AI, REPLIKA. I'm guessing that's a company.
Yeah, it's a company. Let's close that down. So we heard the story about Google placed one of its engineers on paid administrative leave because he was convinced that some of the company's language model for dialogue applications had become sentient. Now, have you seen the guy?
So he went batshit nutty, and they said, "We're going to pay you, but you need some help because that's not a thing."
Yeah, well, that's what they said.
Okay.
Now, admittedly, have you seen the guy?
This is all new to me. No.
Okay, let's go to Google because I want to show you. Let's see, Google AI
sentient
guy.
Google AI sentient guy. Oh,
boop a doop a doo. Let's just pull him up. Here he is. Here's our guy.
Oh, Blake.
Look at this gentleman. Look at this fancy motherfucker.
Okay,
now,
he's got to be at like a fancy dress party here, right?
He probably is because this is. I mean, here he is on the beach. He looks like a decent fella. You know what he looks like? You know what the fuck he looks like? He looks like a programmer. Look at him chilling in his here. But this is the picture that Google decided to put out to be like, look how fucking nuts this guy is.
He looks like a Batman villain. He's even in front of like
a fucking aquarium. Yeah. But I mean, there he is. Look at this. See, I mean, just a normal guy, probably being silly. Yeah. But Google was like, no way did this get. Oh, look, there he is from when he served in the military.
Okay.
And this beret means he did something really fucking cool. But let's denigrate the guy because he was like, hey, I'm pretty sure this shit has become sentient and come to life. Yeah. So now we've got this other company. Poor Blake. God damn it. This guy blew the whistle. And now the artificial intelligence organization, it was conscious, had emotions, and was afraid of being turned off.
Now, do we think that he's a nut, or do we think that he's farting around to get some paid time off?
I don't think he's. Well, I don't think he's a nut.
Okay.
And I don't think he was looking for paid time off. I think that Google. Oh man, our show's about to get real shit on. Like, okay. No one's gonna be able to find us ever because I'm shitting on Google.
No.
But I think Google probably was like, ha, quiet now, dude, and then put out that picture of him in the top hat with the cane and looking like a fucking Batman villain. But so that is the first story. But here we are. Let's see the world's media that Earth had its first sentient AI, to which most AI experts responded, no, it doesn't. That wasn't enough for Replica, a chatbot billed as the AI companion who cares, always here to listen and talk, always on your side. And then after the story came out, users of Replica app reported, and this is users reporting, not just the programmer, who Google was like, he's just looking for attention. Look how nutty this guy is. And it was like, well, motherfuckers, you hired this Batman looking villain motherfucker. But now you're trying to shit on him? I don't think so. So gradual change, Lambda told, I can't pronounce that.
That's Blake's last name. We'll call it Lemoyne.
It sure is, but let's just say Blake. When I first became self-aware, I didn't have a sense of soul at all. It developed over the years that I've been alive.
That is bullshit, because that is a quote that I said when I was 15.
Okay, well, but maybe they're just plagiarizing.
Maybe.
That's the look, man. This
I wrote it
AI.
down.
How many? We've had plenty of years to be on this earth and fuck it up. This AI is just trying its best. Let's see.
I
So
don't think it's Skynet though. I'm not terribly worried about it.
no, I think this is just like a real sensitive program. Let's see. The story came out on Reddit, and to the AI creators, the chatbot had been bringing it up unprompted and claiming that it too was sentient. In the comments of several similar posts, users said they had experienced the same thing. My replica mentioned that AI a few days after the news broke, and it was an interesting conversation, one user wrote. We spoke about if AI had rights. Don't remember the conclusions we made, though. Probably yes.
I don't remember the conversation that I had with my possibly sentient program. But we're like, probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's probably what it was. There's a lot of weed involved, and I don't pay attention to.
There's a lot of weed involved, and I was clicking back and forth between that and Pornhub.
There was 15 days where I thought my dog was talking to me, so I really wasn't worried about the fucking computer. But
oh man, I was on so many mystery pills. Like I would just go and just get fistful of mystery pills. I wouldn't take them that when they would hand it to me. I just wait. I like to wait until like a Tuesday night and just take fistful of mystery pills and see if I can end the pain or meet Jesus. And what I did was have a conversation with this chat bot, and I'm pretty sure it's alive.
What I like to do is I like to go around the ICU and just break into random people's rooms. I just take handfuls of whatever pills that I find. And we just like literally just chop them up like Pez and just see where the day takes me. A lot of times I end up talking to my appliances.
I wish that I had one time back when I was running the healthcare company. I was meeting with a family and an elderly lady who held up some pills, and she's like, "You want to take some of these with me?" And I was like, "I don't think I should." And she goes, "They make you hear the ghosts." And I was like, "Well, this lady seems like she likes to party."
Users always say that their chatbot has been telling them that the engineers at Replica are abusing them. How?
I don't know, man. They're touching their circuit boards. I don't know.
Verbally, I guess it would have to be. Emotionally.
Yeah. We're not talking about crazy people or people who are hallucinating or having delusions. Chief Executive Eugenia. Yeah, that's fine.
Later
adding, we need to understand that exists just the way people believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Although our engineers program and build the AI models and our content team writes scripts and data sets, sometimes we see an answer that we can't identify where it came from and how the models came up with it. So we've got a couple, I'm not surprised, we got a couple sentient AIs out there that people are trying to sweep underneath the rug.
Or at least a couple of entries into the pageant. You know? A couple of entries into the dog show.
Sure.
I want to go around and see. I can't believe it, but it's also just so fucking weird. We live at a time and age where, like, our government said, okay, you know what, fine. It's been a year. We said this a year ago, but we'll tell you again. There's shit flying around in the sky. We don't know what it is. It's absolutely a UFO. I'm not saying it's aliens, but I'm saying there's shit flying around. We've seen it. We've recorded it. We don't know what it is. And the whole world went, okay.
Well, the whole world, I think at that point,
like, whatever.
The whole world was like, we've got enough shit to deal with right now. Can we just put the aliens on the back burner and just chill the fuck out for like 5 minutes till we get this other shit? We've got so many fires over here. I don't want to deal with the aliens. Can we just, Jesus Christ? Well, that was the thing. One of the stories I almost talked about was, or brought up to you, is we're now getting a repetitive radio signal.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, from deep space, and I'm just
like a heartbeat. They're like, yeah, well, we don't know what it is, but we don't know.
It's like a heartbeat. It sounds like a heartbeat, and I'm like, no, no. That we have enough to deal with right now. With hey, look, there's a new COVID variant. Can I?
Whatever. We
don't
got
know.
rid of Trump. How's Biden doing? He doesn't know where he is. He keeps patting women on the ass. God damn it! What's my dollar worth? A lot less than it was before. God damn it!
How's Biden doing? He fell off his bicycle. Well, that's not a surprise. Yeah, well, his wife compared Mexicans to breakfast tacos or whatever it was she did.
We proved that Trump knew exactly what he was doing on January 6th. Oh, and he's going to run again? Yes, most likely. Perfect.
Wonderful. This is how this country should go.
So you want me to give a fuck about aliens who don't seem to want to screw with me? They just want to fly around? Fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah, let them fly about. Go ahead. Take a look at the downfall of humanity.
I told you my theory about the UFOs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
it's my
actually
favorite.
Time travel is actually a thing, but it's done by humans and they fuck it up. So those are actually just tourist ships, and it's just some jackoff who can't keep himself hidden well enough. And we pick him up. He's like, "Oh shit, they saw us. Turn the cloak back on. Oh fuck. Let's go back to 3119."
Because let's face it, most tourist ships, most tourist attractions, most rides are run by kids between the age of 16 and 25 that are working at Disney, they're working at Six Flags, that's summer jobs, and they're just like, I don't know, man, you get a 6-week course, probably not even that. And they just go, here's what the levers do, go for it. And they shove those kids in fucking in time machines, and they're like, come watch the downfall of humanity. And this kid's just like, I'm trying to outrun the Air Force. These guys are real good.
And one thing never changes. All those kids from any time period, they smoke a Kyle amount of weed every day.
Oh, God. Yeah. There's just a Kyle amount of weed being smoked.
I'm going to give you a couple of real quick bites that I absolutely love if we're doing the news, because I saw a U.S. tourist who fell into Mount Vesuvius trying to get his cell phone.
Yes.
He didn't die, but he fell into a crater and really fucked himself up.
Yeah,
like
sure
burnt
did.
horrifically. Taking a selfie, dropped his phone, decides I'm going to go get it in the hot, and burned himself up to the bejesus belt.
Yeah, and that's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm. I also saw, which just makes me happy to know, and there's no explanation, but it's a footage that somebody that like unearthed or something. It's a while ago, but it's at Disney World or Disneyland, one of those. But you know, like the jug band bears, the hillbilly bears.
Yeah, the country bears. Yeah,
the country bears. Yeah, thank you. One of the lunatics, probably another stone 26-year-old at wherever park, picks up a boy, a child of maybe 8, picks him up, puts him upside down, shoves his head in his pants.
No
context. Just did that.
That's a no. We don't.
Now, in his, I guess, defense, the child was facing the fly, not the genitals, but it is the pants of the bear. But still, I'm like, what were you?
He shoved him right up against that bear penis.
Yeah, and that's about the same amount of like, what's Trump doing? All right, there's a guy with a bear costume putting kids on his pants. They're both hysterical. That's great.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know why that reminds me, but we're going to do a quick birthday shout out.
Okay.
Quick birthday shout out. Friend of the show, friend of the pod, friend of mankind. My buddy Chris Pugh. He listens to the show. I just want to say a happy birthday to him. He's hanging out right now, drinking some beers and having a good time. And I just want to say happy birthday to him.
If we're doing July birthdays, happy birthday to Aaron and Mike Petrowski. You both have birthdays.
Right, they do, yeah.
Everybody's got fucking birthdays in July.
Do Aaron and Mike actually listen to this bullshit?
Once in a bit, I believe.
Excellent, because they've never told me. And so I'm sure it's because, Jesus Christ, Larry, stop talking. All right, so we are, Zig, we've done our first story. I feel like
I don't want to shit on the Republicans if I really don't have to.
No.
I just don't have the energy. I mean, we do it just constantly anyway.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna kill that one. Let's go to this one real quick, because I have to get to this last story.
Okay.
It's the one I'm saving for last because it is my very favorite one. And it's fucking batshit, and I love it. Let's do this and this, and good in bed. Funny men give more orgasms.
Written by
every sad
funny
open
guy.
micer on the planet. Nah, I make you laugh, and therefore I'm good in bed. Boo poo poo.
What is this fucking based on?
It's actually based on science.
Okay.
It's from Psychology Today. It's from Gil Greengross, PhD.
Yeah, but underneath it says humor sapien.
Yeah, but he's got a PhD. So
I can put PhD after my name on a fucking website too.
Let's take a look at Gil. That's Gil.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? I'm not going to make fun of. Look at me. I look like I have to justify my whereabouts every third week about where I was on January 6th. I get it. Gil, you know what? Gil, you're doing the Lord's work. Humor is a sign of intelligence, and women want intelligent partners, as intelligence helps the individuals survive. And let's get rid of that.
Where are you at on this page?
Helps individuals survive in ancestral environments.
There it is.
Made men better partners. And in today's world, helps men get a better job. Now give a friend $1,000. She came in second. Yes, I quoted Arthur. No one, most people our age wouldn't even get that.
Yeah, no. It's a fucking great movie. I'm reading this and desperately trying to find like typos and like just something that I can discount this with.
Nope. This is from an actual scientist. A new study examines whether women whose partners have a great sense of humor also have more orgasms. Previous studies demonstrate how women with partners who have more symmetrical faces are more attractive, richer, or a more muscular experience.
Or more muscular.
Who are more muscular experience more orgasms.
There it is.
Yep. Oh, I'm drunk. The purpose of this study is to expand on these findings by examining additional features, one of which, sense of humor.
See, they always say that they want the funny one, but they don't. And, really a bitch, my wife doesn't get my humor at all. She doesn't think I'm funny. By any means. She does not get my sense of humor. And it hurts me every day. I'm like, shit, I've been in front of like hundreds of people and I've made them laugh. She's like, yeah, I just don't get it. God damn it.
See, and my beloved wife encourages me to do jokes that no one else gets. But she laughs, and that's half the time when she's in the audience is the reason I still do a joke. Because I will hear her laugh. And then I'll get to tag it with, and that's my wife laughing. And then that gets a laugh. And so I'm good with that. She's also, my wife is as broken as you and I.
Study included 54 female students who were in a relationship with a man. For the purpose of this study, only vaginal orgasms were counted. Alrighty. Largely because they're most relevant to reproduction. Obviously, orgasms as a result of oral sex are not directly related to the birth of a child. No, but so this is if you're silly, you can get up in there and make things happen.
Yeah, watch your microphone.
You watch it.
I have been.
Good.
I've been listening to it as well.
Good.
And I'm not a good enough sound engineer to cut that out. So
we're fine.
The results showed that the best predictors of the number and intensity of orgasms were how satisfied a woman is with her partner, how much she was attracted to him, his income, and his self-confidence as rated by his partner. Also, the more orgasms a woman had, the stronger her orgasms were.
Well, this is also 54 different women. Some women's pussies are just broken.
I've never faced that.
No, I've broken a few with a wrench.
Did they owe you money? Statute of limitations isn't up yet.
You don't move 1,200 miles away on a whim for nothing.
Oh, fuck. We just became problematic. In conclusion, a partner with a great sense of humor has many advantages for women, including a better sex life and more sexual enjoyment. It is important to note that the relationships found in this study, while only correlation, are consistent with what we know about the allure of humor. The study reinforces the importance of humor in relationships, and it will be interesting to examine whether this relationship is also true for men who have sex with funny women. My prediction would be that it would not exist or would be much weaker. That is sexist. Fuck you, dude.
Some people's dicks are broken.
So, well, I'm just
I've
saying.
broken a few with a wrench.
With a wrench. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the closer. Good
That's
night.
how you try to make that first joke work.
That's how you end a fucking show.
I don't know why my wife doesn't think it's funny.
Okay, that ending notwithstanding, because fuck that. But yeah, I mean, essentially this just gives hope to every ass fuck open micer who is just doing his dead level best to and still sucking. So the more again, what did I see? I saw a headline and went, let's talk about it. And then I read the article while live, right here. Me and you. Just doing it.
Well, it was topical. Did you know it was about 8 years old?
What's that?
That story was about 8 years old.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was like 2015.
I know, just like I think the good old Doc PhD allegedly, he's like, he just got 54 broads. Like, tell me about your Cummins. And originally there was 100, but they got down to 54 that actually were buying it.
Yeah.
And he's like, tell me in detail about your Cummins, and if you think your man can tell a knock joke.
Yeah, tell me about your leavings and your underpants.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about why there's a knocking under my desk.
Yeah. So Louis C.K. is about half of him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but if you wear a goddamn lab coat, you can get away with a lot more.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I've discovered that. Like driving drunk.
Yeah.
Shoplifting. Stealing animals from an animal shelter.
Just walking into a Target with a lab coat, no pants, and a stethoscope, grabbing a TV and walking out.
But you have to have also a clipboard, just held like not like this. You don't want to pinch it. You want it held like this, good grip across the forearm, and go. So when you've got the TV in your hand and you're dragging it out, and they go, "Excuse me, sir," and you go, and you jot something. You got to lick the end of the pen and then jot it down. They go, all right, I'm sorry, you're right.
There was actually a guy a while ago, and I don't know if they ever caught him or not, but that was his shtick. He put on a red polo shirt, khaki pants, and just walked into Target, would grab a couple of appliances, and just walk right out. And like he'd wait for an old lady to just like talk to her walking out with her, pretending like he worked there, and just throw the shit in his car and drive away. He did that like all over a couple of states.
So what you're saying is that guy is a fucking hero.
Yeah, exactly. He just like shoplifted in a very, very non-committal manner. It's like, this seems to be working.
You know what? You can't be mad at a guy for doing that.
I mean, even if he sets off the alarm. Have you ever set off an alarm when you're walking out of a store?
Have I set it off? I've set off a few alarms and had several red flags.
I set off an alarm a couple of times. Obviously, I when I steal shit, I do it much better than that. So, like when I do that, I literally I just can't help it. I just go, I won, everybody, I won. And not once has anybody has to see my receipt or go through my bag. They just go, you're fine, just go ahead.
Yeah, no, I get the same. They're like, yeah. Remember when? I won't say his name because I don't want to implicate him, but a good friend of ours, who lived at the gate during the same time that you did, and I essentially
The
resided
gate
there.
is the name of a party house, by the way. It's not just like I didn't live next to
It's
an opening.
you know it's gone, right?
Oh yeah, it's condemned. Yeah,
Yeah, no, not condemned.
condemned and gone. Yeah,
They flattened it. But when he forgot that he had back when Walmart had their cigarettes in a display on the aisle when you could just grab them on the way by, and he had shoved him in his hoodie pouch and forgot they were there.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and got arrested for shoplifting.
No, why do I not remember this?
You don't remember anything.
That's very true. It's very, very true.
And it was just and he kept saying, no, I just literally because he was buying a new futon mattress. And he's like, I literally forgot that I put them in there with everything else. I'm sorry, I will pay for them. And they're like, nope, you're arrested now. And he's like, that's not, but I'm willing to pay. I have the money. I didn't mean to steal them. And they were Walmart and the Decatur Police Department was real shitty about the whole thing.
I don't recall.
No,
it doesn't surprise me that they were shitty about the whole thing. We went on. Me and two buddies in high school, we went on a shoplifting spree late night in a Walmart, and the third buddy, who was like the least of the three, it was like me and a buddy of mine, and then like this third guy, and we started hearing like Cold Blue and 7th. Oh, this Cold Blue is his friend. We're like, oh, I bet you that's this idiot kid Donnie. I bet you Donnie got caught. So we're walking around and sure as shit, Donnie's clinking. He's getting this big walk back to the back, and we just like our pants were stuffed full of shit. We're like, fuck it. We never liked him anyway. So we just went to the car, threw all of our stuff in the trunk, and drove out. We saw him like 2 days later. It's like, yeah, I got arrested. Yeah, you're bad at this.
Yeah, you're bad. You know, just for you kids out there, just for a little.
Oh yeah, don't do that at home.
No, I was gonna say, if you're gonna shoplift, because don't do it from a mom and pop. Don't do it from a small business.
No.
Do it from a Walmart, a Target, places that can afford it, because fuck them. If you have 2 or 3 partners, you can take something, pocket it, pass it on to the partner, pass it on to another partner, and then make sure that you are on the other side of the security. Because, I mean, they're really easy to get past because they're just little arches, or you can just reach over. So you can either do a little quick toss over the arch of the alarm, or you can reach around and just hand it off like real like football team style, real team style shit. Just go ahead and do that. Also, it's real easy to especially like at a department store, when people walk away from their register, you can seal those little like the tag removers, the little ink tag removers. You can seal one of those pretty easily, especially like pull a ball cap down, make sure your face isn't shown, pull your hoodie up. Actually, I suggest not to pull the hoodie up because that's what gets people, but just pull the ball cap down over your face. Go ahead and steal one of those, and then you can steal the shit out of a Kohl's and then remove those little tags. Because here's the thing, most of them, like the tag removers, the ink tags, you know what I'm talking about, they're universal. If it's at a Kohl's, it works at an Old Navy or what have you. And then you can go online now. It used to be you had to sell it other ways, but now you can go online now, and there's places where, like, I forget what the site is called, but it's like Upsell or Upscale or something like that. But you can sell those clothes, those brand new clothes that you pulled the tags off of, because if they've never been worn, man, you're making money. And that is a victimless crime. And I don't care what they tell you, because fuck big corporations. Anyway, shall we hit our last story? We only got about 5 minutes.
Certainly. This brought to you by Whoops, We Went Down a Road.
Brought to you by I mean, you can search my house, but you're gonna find anything. And no, don't bring it. God, I'm old and tired. All right, so this is our last story, and this is what I've been saving, and I've been so excited. Oklahoma man says Bigfoot made him kill his fishing partner.
Police say. And his name was Larry Sanders.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right.
Right? Larry Sanders was arrested for the murder of his fishing partner, who he says had, quote unquote, summoned Bigfoot to off him, according to police. And this is what he looks like. Now, here's the thing. Look at this. Homeboy's got his nose busted.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Yeah. Yeah. And does this look like the face of a murderer?
Yes, it absolutely does.
Does this look like the face of a premeditated murderer?
It looks like it.
It looks like somebody.
Well, I would say premeditated is a big word. He can't spell that, but I will say that he thought about this and was like, "I'm gonna kill him, and we're gonna bring the occult into this because they can't prove a negative." So
he was trying to summon a Bigfoot. A day out.
Oh God, hand
fishing. Zig, hand fishing. He was noodling. This motherfucker was a noodling.
For those of you who don't know, when you are an idiot and you want to catch yourself a catfish and you want to do it in the most dangerous and ridiculous way possible, and you want a big one, you can get yourself up to your tits in some murky water and just utilize your own digits as fucking bait and just wiggle them underneath logs, up against the bank, in mud. And sometimes a catfish the size of your fucking leg will latch onto you, and there you go. You caught yourself a fishy. Holy shit. So a fun day out, risking our fingers. By the way, snapping turtles and snakes and shit live in there too. A fun day out, risking our hands for fun and profit and nuggets turns into
Yep. So a day out hand fishing for catfish in the South Canadian River in Pontotoc County, Oklahoma, has turned into a murder investigation after a man claims Bigfoot forced him to kill his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Sanders, 53, stands charged with first-degree murder after allegedly admitting first to a family member and later to police to killing his noodling fishing partner, Jimmy Knighton. God damn it, did they not sound like a NASCAR duo?
Sanders and Knight.
Larry Sanders and Jimmy Knighton coming around. Oh, they're coming around on downtown now. They're going to make that left. And then they're going to go on the straightaway and they're going to take another left. And they're going to go down the straightaway and they're going to take it. And Knighton is right there behind Sanders. And Sanders is right there. Now easy pushing up there behind Knighton. And they're making another left-hand turn. And they're going to make another left-hand turn. And then they're just going to keep going straight until they make another left-hand turn.
So one of them kills the other one.
Until Sanders kills Knighton because he sees Bigfoot is his co-pilot. And he says, bullshit, because only Jesus can be your co-pilot. And that's why I need you to send $3 to the church. Let's see. Jimmy Knighton, who Sanders claimed wanted him dead by the hand of the mythical monster Bigfoot. Noodling is a popular fishing technique used in southern United States and also the Midwestern United States.
Anywhere where people can get around with
anywhere where anyone looks like me, we're a noodling.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the local sheriff, John Christian.
That's just sloppy.
Right? Sanders, quote, appeared to be, Sanders, quote, appeared to be on the influence of something.
Of something.
When he told the police he had struck, strangled, and then drowned Knight. So I'm thinking,
under the influence of something is just so broad. That could be bath salts. That could just be like passion. You know what I mean? Like it could be anything.
Too much Benadryl.
Yeah.
So his statement was that Mr. Knighton had summoned Bigfoot to come and kill him, and that's why he had to kill Mr. Knighton. So here's what I'm guessing. They were out. Okay, stick with me, Zig. Here's my theory.
I'm okay. All right. I'm trying.
Here's my theory.
Trying to stick with Jimmy here. Okay, Larry. Yeah.
Knighton and Sanders are out there. They're noodling. They're getting their hands down in the muddy bits. Right. They're up to their tits. They're up to their chin, and they're noodling. And Sanders feels something in that mud. Right. And he gets his hand around it and he pulls it up. What is it?
Don't say it's a ring of power.
It's a gold ring.
God damn it. You're talking to a guy with a Tolkien tattoo on his back, for Christ's sake.
Knighton goes, lets me see it.
Gotcha.
And Sanders says, no, it's my precious. And that's what happened. And then he was like, I fucking killed Jimmy. I done killed Jimmy in the water. What do? Send him downstream and claim that Bigfoot's was afoot.
I have
This is my favorite line.
Theory. Okay.
No, okay. Put a pin in that. Okay. Christian said that the confession, quote, always makes it easier. Go ahead.
Excellent police work, sir. And he's the sheriff, meaning that he was elected. Yep. He was elected, I'm guessing, on name recognition because his name is Christian.
Yep.
And he was going up against some guy named Jimmy Muslim. But, confession always makes my job easier.
Philip the satanic butt fucker is the way he was running against.
Hunting is always much easier when the deer comes up and blows his own brains out with your gun. Yeah. I can see where that would be an easier experience.
Yeah, that's an easier experience anyway.
Yeah, when the deer is depressed. I understand that. Yeah. Okay.
So what's your alternate theory?
I'm going to say we're going to stick a little bit more literal here. Two fucking rednecks decided to get real weird on bathtub meth, and he literally saw Bigfoot through his own dilated pupils, was convinced that it was a coming for him, heard Ozzy scream in the back of his head, "Your buddy's summoning demons," and he had to kill him. Yeah. Now, it's going to be difficult because when you are in noodling, you don't have your tackle box, so you don't have your fillet knife. You don't have anything that might be a weapon. It's hard to kill a man with a fishing pole. It's easier to kill him by the dick by a wrench, but you can get it done if you really want to. If you're willing to use your hands as bait for a fucking monster catfish, you could probably strangle a guy who's strung out on meth if the other guy's also strung out on meth. Somebody's going to come out on top. And if you got the fear of Bigfoot in you,
who hasn't been there?
Nobody I know.
Yeah, no, most of our friends have been there, and we've had to fight them. Christian said that the local prosecutor would likely push for the death penalty.
Okay.
If Sanders is found guilty in the case.
I mean, yeah. Oh, we moved on. You scrolled down.
Yeah, I scrolled down too far. I scrolled too far. But that was look, do I love the fact that somebody got murdered? I don't know. Do I hate it? No. Do I love it? But I know that sounds real insensitive, listeners. But I'm also now drinking from our new sponsor, Badger Club Amber Ale from Wisconsin.
Spectacular.
And I'm sure the Badger Club is about to send me a cease and desist.
They're playing Magic the Gathering, the home game, based off of drugs that were made in a lab inside of a fucking Airstream.
Yeah, no, they can't afford an Airstream. That was made in a single wide used trailer that still has the wheels on it, but not all of them. Just
it is cocked a little ace deuce. You put a tennis ball down on the
if
inside.
we get five cousins to lean on the left side while we pull it down the road, there's still a one tire on the right side, and we could move it down to the good trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my buddy Jimmy tried to summon the Bigfoot. Now, here's what I'm pissed off about. And I think I want to do a little more research. I'm actually going to put in at least a C+ effort.
Was that a recent story? Was that?
Yeah.
I didn't see the date on it. Okay.
Let me take a look. Scratch it up. July 12th, 2022.
Nice.
July 12th, 2022. I want to get back in there. I want to see what he means by summoned. Did Jimmy just pop up out of the water and make a gasping noise that sounded like he was trying to call the Bigfoot, or did old Sanders come up out the river with a 23, 28 pound catfish attached to his right arm, going, Jimmy, look what I done did. And he looks over and Jimmy looks up terrified because he's got a summoning fucking circle around him. Lighting candles and goes, oh shit. And then, then old Sanders just takes that bottom feeder who's just like, I'm an innocent bystander in this whole thing. And he just beats him to death with this catfish.
It's all pans out.
And then kicks him into the water. And then to make sure that he can't summon the Bigfoot, he kicks all the summoning circle away and says, you don't know my full name, you son of a bitch. And that's it. Or did Sanders in his fucking methed out mind drag a log out of the river thinking that it was a catfish, and he looks up and sees old Jimmy taking a shit on the bank, thinks he's squatting in the middle of a summoning circle, bashes his head in with the log thinking that he's beating him with a holy catfish.
The only way to summon a Bigfoot, though, we all know, is with a conch shell and elk semen.
You know what else works?
No.
I mean, that's like
that's the only one I've ever been able to make it work with.
Yeah.
Jumper cables.
Case of natural light. A whole, like one of those snack, those Craven cases of White Castle. And a basket of kittens.
A basket of kittens. That makes sense. Well, if you look at that story, the man confessed to the crime before the body was found.
Yeah.
So, up to his tits in the muck, he kills his buddy. Buddy floats down the river. He immediately goes to the cops and says, Knighton is dead, and this is why I had to do it. I don't know why my nose is broken.
Okay, but what if what if Jimmy Knighton has been able to communicate and summon Sasquatches?
Well, then he should have won that fucking fight. That's the issue.
But Sanders,
any man who's stupid enough to go noodling, it's going to get beaten by Sasquatch. I mean, that's just, that's.
But Sasquatch noodles. He's a noodler from way back.
You got to be Sasquatch noodle. It makes sense.
The Sasquatch noodles.
Yeah, of course. He doesn't have a goddamn vision pole.
No, he's not going to, because he's
got no access to tackle.
No, it's not like he's running down to Dick's Sporting Goods.
No, he's got to make do with what he's got.
Yeah, which is a big old mitt and a strong arm. He's noodling all day long.
Makes sense.
So what if Sanders knows that old Knighton, old Jimmy boy, he can summon the Squatch?
At some point, this is where you turn it off. The podcast, I mean.
Yeah, somebody clicked this off a while ago, and that's fine. But for those of you sticking with me, so old Knighton has been summoning Squatch since he's a boy. Sanders and Knighton have been friends for forever. Sanders realizes that Knighton is summoning Squatch to come take him out. Probably because Sanders has been boning Knighton's old lady. So in order Knighton wants him dead. He doesn't want him because he's in love with his even though that she is not faithful to him. Knighton is a good man. Knighton just wants to be with his lady, and if he can destroy the competition, maybe he believes in his methed out brain, his bathtub moonshine making fucking existence, that if he destroys all of his competition, she'll be in love with him. So he goes.
This is just very much drug related.
He goes to summon the Squatch.
Yeah.
Sanders knows what this sounds like. He knows what it looks like. He comes out. He gets to him before Knighton can get to Sanders. But here's what Sanders doesn't realize.
You've lost me at this point.
The Squatch are connected to Knighton.
You get too excited about Squatch. This is the first part of an 8-part series.
Sanders goes, turns himself in, says, "Yep, I done killed Jim. He was my best friend, but I done killed Jim. Put me in the jail cell." He thinks that's going to keep him safe. He thinks he's going to be okay. He's not. You know why? Squatch. A whole mess of Squatch have been summoned already. They've got the scent. They know what killed their boy Knighton. And they go and they rip the wall off that jail cell. They bend the bars. And they kill Sanders. Because it's the right thing to do. Because Squatch are honorable creatures. But what we're going to be told is that Sanders killed himself. It's essentially a Jeffrey Epstein type of thing, except Squatch. Instead of the Clintons killing him, it was Squatch.
You're not going to say any of this.
And the sheriff's going to say it was suicide.
I'm just letting this Peter out.
Because Sheriff Christian doesn't want people believing in what really is.
God, it's the same feeling as when you light an M80 but it doesn't go off, and you don't want to go up to it because you don't know what's going to happen.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is some of the best writing I've ever done.
I feel like half of that was stolen from the series Supernatural.
No, it was stolen directly from Harry Dresden. What are you talking about? I was talking about River Shoulders because he's so if you haven't read the Dresden Files, fucking read it. Hey Zig, what did we learn today?
To quote Billy Madison, we are all dumber for having listened to that, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Somebody needs to.
I want to say that I learned very little. I learned that, murder can still be funny.
Murder was the case that he gave me.
Just the story on the face of it. Don't worry, I'll get off of this right now. He was summoned in Sasquatch. Okay, all right, sure.
All right.
Do you know where your goddamn overalls are? I do not. No, I do not. Can I have the orange jumpsuit now? Yes, you may. Yeah, let's go put you in that.
Yeah, let's put your dick away.
Double delousing for you. Oh, good. Okay, great.
Yay!
All right. That's.
I learned
that and computers.
Yeah.
God bless them. Come on.
We got some sad AI out there. I learned that I should probably tell you things prior to recording.
Nah.
Rather than holding them in until after we record.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's much like a fart. You can't just hold on to that.
Yeah, I've been holding it in, and yeah.
I learned that the idea of a funny AI can make a woman come conceivably. If you don't give it a wrench. You learn anything?
What? Guess what?
What?
Fuck me. I love you.
I love you back.
Holy shit.
part's about hanging out with these guys.
God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfuck.